have completed tissues chapter, right? Have we discussed the exercises of tissues chapter?
Yes, sir.
Have we discussed exercises of tissues chapter?
Sir, in YouTube video you told some questions.
Some questions only.
Yes.
That is,
Sir, from those middle questions.
yeah, in text questions we have discussed, right? Let us just
Yes.
go through exercises of this chapter. Okay.
No, sir.
Define the term tissue. Are all of you having textbooks?
Sir, I am having, sir.
No, sir, I am not having, sir.
No problem. I will just tell the question as well as answer. Okay. Right. First one. Define the term tissue. What is tissue? A group of cells that is located at a definite place and carries out a specific function in the body of a complex organism, right? Group of cells located at a definite place and carries out a specific function is known as tissue. So define the term tissue means what is the answer? Can you see it? The board?
Sir, your video is off, sir.
No, it will come, don't worry. Right? Can you see it now? Is it clear?
Sir, your video is off, sir. If it is on, it will be coming like
Video is on only, yaar.
able to see.
Video is on only. It is not off. It is on only.
Visible, sir. Sir, how many chapters will come in PT2, sir?
First and second chapter. Fundamental unit of life and tissues. You want more? Do you want more?
No, sir, that was only okay, sir.
Okay?
Sir,
Or
you
enough?
taught them.
That much only enough. Okay. And during your winter vacation also your classes will continue. Means I will take the classes. You need to attend. Because by the end of the November you need to complete the entire syllabus. After winter vacation suddenly I cannot rush. So during winter vacation also I keep taking classes. I will be informing you well in advance. Try to attend all the classes, right? Okay.
Sir, KG Mahesh sir told that school will open in November, sir.
Let it be. What is there? I will be taking classes from my home. Is there any problem to you to attend the classes?
No, sir.
Then?
Nothing is problem, sir.
Right,
It will be
right.
good for us, sir, for exams.
Yes, you no need to rush during the time of exams. Okay, better to complete the syllabus as early as possible with detailed explanation. Okay, right. Next, second question. How many types of elements together make up the xylem tissue? Name them. How many types of elements together make up the xylem tissue? 4 types of elements.
Sir,
Sir,
Sir, question.
How many types of elements make up
Sir,
the xylem tissue? Name them. 4 types of
sir,
elements.
tracheids, vessels, xylem,
Yeah.
parenchyma,
4
xylem
types.
fibers.
Tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma,
Xylem fibers, sir.
yeah,
sir, your video is breaking, sir.
xylem fibers. My video is not breaking. You may be having some internet problem at your end.
No, sir, your video is breaking.
Yes, sir.
Sir, your video is only breaking, sir.
No, how will it break? It is
Sir, your video stopped now, sir. It is moving goal, sir.
It is frozen, sir.
frozen. No, it is
Yes,
not
sir,
frozen.
video is off, sir.
sir.
Now
It
it
is-
is saying you have network issues, sir, in showing this marks, sir. That now it came, sir.
Baba, you may be having problem at your end. My video is very clear here. If you want, you can watch the video which I am going to upload in the YouTube. Okay?
Okay.
If it is breaking,
Okay.
it should come in breaking manner even in YouTube also. Right? Voice, video, everything is clear here. Okay? Try to set up certain settings in your mobile or whatever the device which you are using. Right. Third question. How are simple tissues different from complex tissues in plants? How are simple tissues different from complex tissues? Simple tissues are made up of only one type of cells, and complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cells. Right? Simple tissues, their role is more of supportive, storing the food, right, etc. Whereas complex tissues, which are xylem and phloem, their main function is transportation of food and water, right? These are the differences. Can you write on your own? Have to write those things also on the board?
Sir, right.
Right?
Yes, sir, please write, sir. Write on board, sir.
You are
Sir,
interested in
telling
spoon
question
feeding,
very
man?
fast, sir.
Hmm?
You are telling question fast, sir. We can't able to write fast.
No. The question is, how are simple tissues different from complex tissues in plants? Simple tissues. What are simple tissues?
Having only one cell, sir.
Having only one cell or one type of cells? Complex tissues. Made up of only one type of cells. One type of cells. Made up of more than one type of cells. Made up of more than one type of cells. Right? And function of simple tissues: storage of food, photosynthesis, giving mechanical support, protecting, protection. And what about complex tissues? What is the main function of complex tissues? What are complex tissues? Xylem and phloem, na? What are their main function? Transportation.
Chandru, stop, sir.
Transportation.
Yeah, transportation of water and dissolved minerals by xylem, and transportation of food. Transportation of food by phloem. Right? So write down. As you asked, I have written it. Please write down. Make it faster. Okay. Even if I want to continue also, Webex will not allow us. It will cut automatically. Morning it happened with class 10th boys. I was explaining something, automatically it got cut. Right? Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next question. Differentiate between Parenchyma, Collenchyma and Spirulina on the basis of their cell wall. Very good. See here question, you need to listen it very, very clearly. Have you understood the question? Differentiate parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. So you need to differentiate these three types of simple tissues. And they have given a clause for it. What is that clause? On the basis of the type of cell wall. Got my point? Huh? On the basis of the cell wall. So, what can you write for parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma?
Sir, parenchyma has thin cell walls.
Very good. Next.
And sclerenchyma has very thick cell walls thickened by pigment called lignin.
Very nice. Very nice. What about collenchyma?
Sir, collenchyma is between these two.
Between these two. Good.
It is not too thick, not too thin.
Good. I will explain it very clearly. Okay. Have you written it? Oh, you have written. I will go to the next question. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. As you said, the cells of parenchyma have thin cell walls. Thin cell walls. Whereas in collenchyma, the cell walls got thickenings at the corners. So if you take the cell walls of parenchyma, see. Here in collenchyma, same thing you will draw, but what you do is, you will just so like this, at corners, the cell walls got thickenings, right? Irregularly thickened cell walls. Thickened cell walls, right? The cell walls of collenchyma, they are irregularly thickened cell walls. Got my point? That is the difference between these two. And coming to sclerenchyma. Fully thickened cell walls, right? Fully thickened cell walls. So if you take the cell, each cell like this, they will be narrow. They will be narrowed cells. Why narrowed cells? Because inside lumen is completely very less because of the high thickening of cell walls. So completely thick cell walls. Completely thickened cell walls, right? And as your friend said, the cell wall is made up of, it contains a substance called lignin. Okay, is that clear here? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is the spelling of lignin?
Lignin. 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 Why very less number of students are there? Why very less number of students are there? What happened?
Sir, they thought the class is not there, sir.
I have informed you, you have got a group.
Some members they not sir.
Huh?
Some members not sir. Only they thought classes are not there and they went sir for take up charge.
Where they went? They will be at their home only, na?
Yes.
Okay. Fifth question. What are the functions of the stomata? What are the functions of the stomata?
Sir, exchanging of gases.
Very nice. Second one. Second one.
Sir, and losing water.
Good. Losing water?
Sir, transportation.
Transportation or transpiration?
In photosynthesis, sir.
No. Is it transportation or transpiration?
Sir, transpiration, sir.
Good. Exchange of gases and transpiration. Right? Okay. Fifth question answer is simply functions of stomata. Functions of stomata. Exchange of gases. Exchange of gases and transpiration. Right? Are you writing it or not? Someone has asked me to write on the board. Are you writing them or not? Next, sixth
Yes, sir,
question.
Writing sir.
Sixth question. Diagrammatically show the difference between the three types of muscle fibers. So, what is muscle fiber first of all? What is muscle fiber? Each muscle cell is elongated. Elongated means long. So, it is called muscle fiber. Muscle fiber. If you take, how many types of muscles are there? Skeletal.
Sir, 3.
Skeletal. Next,
Skeletal, cardiac, and smooth.
cardiac and smooth. Right? Okay. Skeletal muscles are elongated and cylindrical. Elongated and cylindrical. Right? What about this cardiac? They are also cylindrical. Elongated, cylindrical and unbranched here. Unbranched. Skeletal muscles are unbranched. Here, cylindrical muscles and branched muscles. And branched muscle cells. And what about smooth? Unbranched. And
Tapered.
spindle shaped. Right? So drawing these muscles is very easy. What one? Skeletal and another smooth muscles. Right? Like this you can draw it. And in skeletal muscle cells, how many nuclei are present? Single nucleus or more nuclei? More nuclei are going to be present.
So many nucleus.
Yes. Right? Whereas cardiac, they are branched. Right? Okay. And you can see the cells like this, the fibers like this. And each one is having how many nucleus? How many nuclei? Single nucleus or many nuclei? Huh? Each one is having how many nuclei? Each cardiac muscle cell contains how many nucleus? Single nucleus. Okay. Coming to smooth muscle cells, they are in spindle shaped. Spindle means the ends are tapered. Ends are tapered. They contain tapered ends. Okay, this is how you need to show it. So the question is, diagrammatically show the difference between the three types of muscle fibers. So these are spindle shaped, these are cylindrical and branched, these are unbranched and what? Elongated and cylindrical, right? Is that clear? Okay. You are not giving any response, whether are you listening or not.
Yes, sir.
What is the specific function of the cardiac muscle? What is the specific function of cardiac muscle?
Sir, contraction and relaxation of heart.
They exhibit the rhythmic contraction and relaxation, okay, throughout the life in order to pump the blood throughout the life, okay. Exhibiting rhythmic contraction and relaxation of heart muscles. Right. Heart muscles exhibit rhythmic contraction and relaxation. So that what will happen? The heart can pump the blood throughout the life without stopping at any moment. Which number of question? Seventh question it is? Yes, seventh question. Rhythmic contraction and relaxation. Rhythmic contraction and relaxation to make the heart pump and receive the blood, right, to the body and from body to the body and from body. So pumping, this is number one, to the body, number one. Receive the blood, number two, from the body, number two. Got it? So heart is pumping to body and heart is receiving from body, right? Okay. Now differentiate between striated, unstriated and cardiac muscles on the basis of their structure and site location in the body. Do you want me really to explain this question, because it is already explained in detail? Because it's a big question. Next, draw a labeled diagram of a neuron. It is there already in the textbook. You can just draw it. Cell body, axon and nerve ending. And the cell body, dendrites are present. Name the following. A tissue. Tissue that forms the inner lining of our mouth. Which tissue forms the inner lining of our mouth? Inner lining of our mouth. Epithelial tissue. Tissue that connects muscles to bone in humans. Which tissue connects muscle to bone in humans? Excuse me. Please stop discussion among yourselves. Try to answer. Which tissue connects muscles to bone in humans?
Connective tissue.
Oh, what is that connective tissue? Tendon. Tendons connect muscle to bone. Tissue that transports food in plants. Which tissue transports food in plants? Phloem. Phloem transport food in plants. D. Tissue that stores fat in our body. Which tissue stores
Sir,
fat?
adipose tissue.
adipose tissue.
होगा ये और ये कट गया
Someone is continuously,
Jay
somebody is
Shivam, off your
continuously
mic.
talking. Stop talking.
Sir, Shivam is talking.
Sir, Shivam is sir.
What happened, Mr. Shivam?
He's speaking himself with their parents or somebody, sir.
You can
He's
go
not
out and
discussing
speak.
with us.
Sir, meet everyone, sir.
Next, connective tissue with a fluid matrix. Which connective tissue with fluid matrix?
Sir, blood.
Blood. Right. Next, tissue present in the brain. Which
Sir,
is-
nervous tissue.
Very good. Nervous tissue. So these are the answers for 10 A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay. 11th question. Identify the type of tissue in the following. Skin. In skin, what is there?
Epithelial
tissue.
Stratified squamous epithelial tissue. You need to write. Stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Right? Bark of a tree. In bark, what is there? Bark of a tree, what is there? Which tissue is there? Parenchyma. Parenchyma. Next, bone. What is in bone?
connective tissues.
Yes, good. Connective tissue. Right. Lining of kidney tubule. Lining of kidney tubule. Kidney tubule. Which tissue is there? Cuboidal. Epithelial tissue is there. Cuboidal epithelial tissue is there. Right? Next. Vascular bundle. Which tissue is there?
Sir, xylem.
Vascular bundle, which tissue is there? Complex permanent
Sir,
tissue.
xylem.
Complex permanent tissue. In the bracket, you can write a xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Right? So these are the answers for 11th one. Right. Next, 12th. Name the regions in which parenchyma tissue is present. Where parenchyma is present? In which all regions does the parenchyma exist? Any idea?
Sir, leaves.
Good. Next. Where else they are present? In the storage areas of stems and roots, in the leaves. Okay, right? Can I rub it off? Have all you already written?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Parenchyma can be seen in storage areas of stem and root, right? In the leaves.
It's not visible, sir.
Not visible? Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Sir,
I read
take
off.
the camera bit up.
Yes. Right. Parenchyma spent in storage areas of stem and root, in the leaves. Okay, right? And in the aquat, now also it is not visible. Is it not visible now
Now it's
also?
clear, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, now it is visible, sir.
Okay, okay.
Fully clear, sir.
Right.
And
right.
visible, sir.
And next question. What is the role of epidermis in plants? You must give simple answer. What is the role of epidermis in plants?
Sir, to protect the leaf from to protect the plant from outer forces.
Yes. Role of epidermis. Protecting the plant from external physical, chemical and biological pressures. Right? This is the generalized answer. Detailed answers you can go through the textbook and the already given explanation. Next. How does the cork act as a protective tissue? How does the cork act as a protective tissue? What is cork? What does it contain? What is
Sir, dead cells.
Okay, Sclerenchyma it contains, right? So, cork, it is the replacement of which tissue? Cork is the replacement of which tissue? Cork is replacement of which tissue? Epidermis in the older plants is replaced by cork, right? And the cells of cork contain suberin so that it makes the stem impervious to gases and water, right? And it protects from physical pressures and like how epidermis plays a role, same role is played by cork, but only the thing is epidermal cells are live cells whereas cork cells are dead cells and their walls are just composed of suberin which is impervious to gases and water. Right, next. Complete the following chart. One chart is given. Okay, I will write the chart. Question, complete the following chart. Permanent tissue. Right. Simple. Next. Under this, one black is there. Next. One more. Next. One empty black again. Right. Here it is complex. So what can be written here? Under simple permanent tissue, how many types of tissues are there? 3 are there. Here Collenchyma is
Parenchyma.
Parenchyma, right?
Parenchyma.
Right. And here Collenchyma is
Sclerenchyma.
Sclerenchyma. Here under complex tissues, xylem is already given. So another one is phloem.
Phloem.
So with
Phloem.
this, yeah, with this, okay, this entire chapter is completed. Okay, hope you are making your notes on your own from the class. Write all the exercises. Prepare for the periodic test 2, both fundamental unit of life and tissues chapters. Right?